We're back at the High School for Recording Arts, and no, your eyes are not deceiving you. The Orlando Magic have not downsized. It's the Michiana Magic, one of the top teams in the NBL, playing a weekend tilt, beginning with the number 2 team in the league, the undefeated Minnesota Bulldogs. The Bulldogs at 5-0, the Magic at 2-1. Mike Beaton here, all by myself, talking to myself. That's Chaos Theory. Tyzacia Holt, unable to join us because of a family commitment that came up suddenly. Anthony Larkin did a fine job filling in for us last weekend when the Bulldogs defeated I Get Money by a considerable margin. Here at the High School for Recording Arts, as we kick off the month of November. And the Bulldogs, a terrific start to the season, a 3-game sweep of IGM. Michiana, perhaps the toughest opponent on the schedule, and a big tune-up with the intra-state showdown next weekend against the Broncos, game 2 of 3 in that regular season series. Michiana with 7 players tonight, so stamina depth should be less of an issue than it was with IGM. If you watch that game on the TSB Television YouTube channel, IGM had a tough time keeping 5 guys on the floor. The starters, Michiana, it's Marquise Davis, Blake McCoy, Trey Dockery, Tyon Cruz, and Alex Thomas. The Bulldogs starting Marquise Perkins, Jalen Hollins, Sam Willis, Latrell Love, and Akeem Cuby. Latrell Love, the most prominent player in the victory over IGM. Jalen Hollins and Sam Willis, 2 of the leaders. And something new this year, or for this game, I should say, we're well into the season now. The officials have custom uniforms. We didn't see that in last week's game, so they are making the switch. You see that in the NBA, WNBA. And Gary Lowe here tonight, I do have to thank him because he helped clarify a situation that unfolded the last time I was here a few weeks ago regarding foul calls that where the continuation leads to a wedge ball. Hopefully that doesn't happen tonight, but if it does, I will be able to explain the rules. We're underway though. Michiana wearing that old pinstripe blue that was popularized by the Orlando Magic in the 90s. Here comes Sam Willis, driving kick out to Perkins. Thought about a 3 instead. Strolls to the lane and flips it in. Cruz over to Davis. Side fade, pull up from the elbow, gets the Plinko bounce, and our pair of zeros have a basket each. Shot clock did not reset. We had some issues of this magnitude in last week's contest with IGM. Hopefully that won't be a problem, and there was also debris in the court. Don't want that to get in the way. Latrell Love was feasting down low.
Out of bounds, Magic Love.
Dead ball rebound to Michiana. We'll see Michiana again tomorrow when they take on the Broncos. Newton Williams helping out with the scoreboard. And probably doing a little scouting too, since he has to face this team tomorrow. Pressure up top. Love kicks out. That's a walk. Marquise Perkins, I saw it, took a brief hop before the dribble.
Timeout, Michiana.
And 88 seconds into the contest, Michiana takes the first time out. 2-2 in the first quarter.
When the high school season is over, TSB Television goes on the highlight trail. Our highlight reels provide you with a valuable resource for recruiters and a keepsake of your favorite athlete. To learn more about our highlight reel services, contact us at tsbtelevision@gmail.com.
The month of November, a momentous time for us on TSB Television. We'll have a few more NBL games as we approach the midway point of the 25-26 season. And starting in about 3 weeks, a new season of high school boys and girls basketball. And TSB will be there covering whatever games we can. Dockery for three, bullseye. I tripped myself up. I was going to say pure, then said bullseye. Both would have worked. I had a couple of games yesterday, though, calling state soccer and section football, so I'm a little rusty. But these two teams aren't. Hakeem Kubi drains the catch-and-shoot three. We're even at 5, but it's plenty early. This is Davis. He pulls up. Swish. That's a two-pointer. 7-5. As we've seen throughout the season, Minnesota, they tend to put teams away in the second half. That's where their depth and stamina are most apparent. Jalen Hollins with the rainbow tray. And it's 8-7. Cruz took a look, now launches. Off the heel. Rebound tipped. Hollins, that's Willis, I should say, with the finish. I think Hollins got the dive. Either way, Bulldogs lead 10-7 over the Magic. Thomas along the wing. Takes a step and will take a stroll to the free throw line. One-on-one coverage, we'll see ball handlers do that from time to time, try to lull their defenders to sleep and then put a move on them. Alex Thomas, his first trip. Michiana win here, and that would put them higher up the rankings. Bulldogs looking to stay in that race for the #1 ranking. Empty trip at the free throw line. I'm still getting used to the sound effects. One that is quite familiar to me. If you've watched my coverage, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think I even referenced the show most associated with that sound effect. Love, inside. Put a move on Davis. 12-7. Remember last week, IGM hung with the Bulldogs, at least in the first half, and then the Bulldogs got up and got away. Entry pass. Foul call on Kubi.
Foul is correct to Minnesota, number 32, Hakeem Kubi.
This should be a side out. I didn't see any shooting motion or continuation.
CJ Parker chasing it for Kubi. Magic ball.
McCoy from NBA range short. Love with the rebound. You can't fault him for taking an open look, but that was quite a distance away. Of course, we use the first college three-point line. I have to say that because it has been extended twice over the years. Drive, and free throws coming for CJ Parker. Minnesota, at least for the home games, fielding a deep roster.
That was right at number 3. CJ Parker is from line shooting too. He gets the first.
We'll see if free throws play a factor into this contest, but it's still early.
Gets the second.
Parker makes both. And now it's 14-7. 9-0 run for the Bulldogs. Davis looking to change that. His three goes off the back of the iron. Michiana with numbers after the takeaway. Too strong, but a trailer. That's Alex Thomas. And Michiana able to get a couple of points off that turnover. Perkins. Cut off. Now he launches. In and out. Cruz with the board. Down court he goes to McCoy. McCoy in the corner. Feeds it to Dockery. He lets it fly. Bullseye. Dickery, Dre, Dockery makes it 14-12. Love utilizing his advantage down low. That's the second time he has put a post-up move on Marquise Davis. And it's 16-12. Cruz to Davis. Thomas, side fade, another three. This one off the iron. Jalen Hollins. Coast to coast, too strong. Michiana looking to push. Thomas. Can't do it. Minnesota gathers. Parker says, all right, got it. I usually don't advise players to do that because they say you're never more open than when you first receive a pass, but Parker waiting to see if the defense would come out. They didn't, so he decides to go for it, and the gamble pays off. McCoy looking for the answer. Short. Love gathers the rebound. I don't know if I would play the losing horns. That's just a miss from a three-point shot. That happens all the time. I think that's more apropos for free throws, but what do I know? The high-low to Love, not enough. On the flip, rebound, put back. Latrell Love off to a fast start. 6 points. Did not play in the season opener, but has been a considerable force since then. Anthony Larkin highlighted the 30-plus teams that make up the Maximum Basketball League, and if all goes well, there may be a women's team in the future. We'll talk more about that once the details become more clear. That's Jose Cardenas, who comes in the game, gets the rebound. No three-point play, but a putback on the Michiana side for Tyon Cruz. 21-14, Minnesota off to a hot start from the floor. Marquise Perkins looking for the foul call, doesn't get it. Michiana trying to push again, pass a little long, now Minnesota with a chance. And Marquise Perkins cashes in. I stand corrected. There are 8 players on the Michiana roster. I thought there were 7. Either way, that's enough to field a solid rotation for a road game. 16-footer for Cruz. Swish. Tyon Cruz makes it 23-16. A little fake. Michiana not falling for it. And they'll draw the foul as McCoy timed the pass.
Substitution, Minnesota. AJ Wilson checks in for Latrell Love.
That's LaSalle Davis, which rhymes with famous. Famous Davis, I suppose. I'm not too familiar with Michiana, but perhaps I'll find out over these next few hours because we'll be with you tomorrow afternoon. That's Davis. Marquise Davis, that is. And that is Sam Willis, who will shoot 2 as he sprung the trap and tried to sprint down court. There are 2 Davises on the Michiana roster.
Marquise Davis, number 15, Sam Willis, heads to the line from Minnesota, shooting 2.
So keeping everyone's names intact is going to get quite interesting. Sam Willis missing the front end. 3:53 left in the first.
He gets the second. Substitution, Minnesota.
Gets the split. Minnesota will use this opportunity to take two. Make a substitution. Here's McCoy. Minnesota playing some aggressive defense. There was contact, and there is more contact with 3:40 left.
Now let's bring it to Magic number 13. Lucille Davis.
Foul. Not in the act of shooting. Another foul as C.J. Parker tried to spin his way around.
Now let's bring it to Michiana number 21. Alex Thomas. C.J. Parker heads to the line.
C.J. Parker to shoot two free throws.
He gets the first.
6 points for Parker.
Substitution number 11. Wisdom. Koatua. Checks in for Marquise Burgess.
Caruto checking in, 3:37 as Minnesota
He gets the second.
looks to build their lead. Parker makes both free throws. Bulldogs 5 of 7. Driving kick, Michiana in search of a run. That doesn't work out. That's E.J. Heemore. He's a three-point threat. Parker trying the three, didn't touch rim, works his way back. That will be an offensive foul.
Offensive foul, number 5, C.J. Parker.
Alex Thomas had position and put his body on the line. 3:09 left in the first. 26-16. Minnesota jumped in front with a 9-0 run. Cruz, bounce pass inside to Cardenas. Up and in.
2-point basket by number 33.
Cardenas was looking to go left, didn't see the lane. Here's Heemore, look out. Rebound tipped to A.J. Wilson. Parker again on the take, this time gets the finish.
Defense.
Minnesota's interior game winning out in this first quarter. Another driving kick, the three would not have counted because Michiana stepped out of bounds. I didn't hear the whistle.
Substitution number 32, Akeem Kubi.
Minnesota not afraid to flex their depth. There is one absence though, and that is Nicole Charles. She's not here for this game. Presumably we'll see her for next Saturday's tilt against the Broncos. It will be at the Salvation Army Gym. The first game was here in that series. Michiana, they've been trying to get those reads on bounce passes.
Out of bounds. Minnesota ball. Correction. Last touch by Minnesota. Possession remains with the Magic.
Michiana ball. Three from the corner. rattles out. QB hustling for the board, but under heavy duress, coughs it up to LaSalle Davis. Cardenas into the lane. Faded away, trying to get the foul call, didn't work out. Kawudo with the board. QB will bring it up as we approach the end of the first. The lob. Nothing there. A.J. Wilson for three. That looks short.
Let's credit to Bulldogs number 3, Terrell Clark.
Terrell Clark called for the foul with 1:15 left in the first. Minnesota in the penalties, so free throws await Jose Cardenas.
Number 33, Buckley Cardenas. Heads to the line for the Magic shooting two.
If you're hearing another name, Jose is not the given name, but that's what he prefers, so that's what we'll call him. Michiana, second trip to the free throw line in this game. And Cardenas will take the split. Now they apply a full court. Minnesota looking to break it. They've got numbers now. A.J. Wilson missed the dunk and could not corral it. Nothing is safe. We've had our GoPros get bumped by a couple of stray basketballs, and now the broom takes a fall. We could be racking up a serious equipment bill. Alex Thomas, hacked. He'll go to the line with 49 and 6/10 seconds on the clock.
Now let's credit to number 11, Wisdom Kotul. Number 21 for the Magic.
Alex Thomas with a couple of points.
Shooting two. He gets the first.
Michiana, if you don't know what that means, it is the collective term for the area around Notre Dame, the northern border of Indiana, the southern border of Michigan.
He gets the second.
If you watch local news around that area, they often refer to it as Michiana, including an old friend of mine, Naja Woods, who started her TV news career there before taking a job at an Indianapolis station. Right now, Minnesota looking to take command. And Wisdom Kawudo hits that one, falling down and fading away. Shot clock is off. We use the 35-second clock. McCoy wanted to fire away, could not. Thomas. Now he is hounded. Cardenas picks it up. Magic able to retrieve it because Minnesota did touch it. Now Cruz has an opening, recognizes it, buries the three, and the foul. A chance to end the frame with a heavy helping of momentum. Tyon Cruz saw a wide open lane, and he was thinking exactly what I was thinking.
Tyon Cruz has the line, shooting one.
4-point play chance to give Michiana a jolt, a jump start heading into the second. Puts it through. And that 4-point play will make it 30-25 in a fast-moving first quarter. Bulldogs up by 5, but they are facing a tough test so far. We're back in a moment.
Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
James, she's in trouble. Finds James, toss shot, it goes in!
And everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
First quarter notables, C.J. Parker, 9 points for the Bulldogs. Latrell Love was 6. And that 4-point play for Tyon Cruz gives him 8. Dre Dockery was 6, a couple of threes. Minnesota built a 10-point lead, but like we said, the second half is their money half. That is where they channel their innermost talent. Here comes another take. Unable to get the bounce was Terrell Clark. Cardenas. A little ad-lib to keep the play going. 3-ball. Off the cylinder again. Clark with the board. Willis jets down court. Yes! And the foul. That was a swift sprint, if I do say so myself. Halloween's done, but Sam Willis still has some tricks to offer us. Willis, 3 points in the first quarter. No three-point play. Bulldogs 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Michiana 4 of 7. Cruz took the feed from Davis. Runs into a wall near the key. Forced into a tough shot just in front of the free throw line. Willis with the rock again. Handling it oh so smoothly. Setting up A.J. Wilson for the flush. LaSalle Davis, again, there are 2 of them. Pinched off near the sideline, breaks free. He's denied, looking for the foul. Tough pass. Jalen Hollins didn't have much of a step on his defender. Michiana, 3-ball, corner pocket. Blake McCoy's on the board. Did not score in the first. 34-28, Minnesota on the move again. Wisdom Caruto with his second bucket. And the Bulldogs still hold a slight, if not noticeable, when it comes to that transition game. The interior play. Cardenas couldn't get it, and neither could Thomas on the follow-through. Parker gets harassed, and they will give him continuation. I do see a couple folks from Run and Shoot and the CEO Kings. CEO plays in another league, but they did participate in a preseason tilt with the Broncos. A game that everyone had some fun with. Here's C.J. Parker. 9 points so far. And the Bulldogs a little shakier tonight at the free throw line.
Number 0, Marquise Davis checks in for number 33.
If you were with us last week in Latrell Love, he was feeling it from the charity stripe. Parker could not, and the Bulldogs 5 of 10. Keep an eye on that as we make our way through. That could be an issue. Spin move, Thomas gets hacked and puts it in.
Number 21, Alex Thomas has the line, shooting one.
They had a 4-point play to end the first. Thomas with a 3-point play chance here. And these big scoring plays helping Michiana maintain striking distance. Minnesota evades the full court pressure again. I should say the Bulldogs because there are 2 Minnesota teams this season, as you know by now. We cover both of them. LaSalle Davis with the pick. He'll shoot 2. While Minnesota has edged Michiana with the interior game, this is where the Magic have held the upper hand. Making those reaches, those snatches, getting their hands in the proverbial cookie jar. LaSalle Davis has not scored. Looking to change that here.
He misses the first. And he gets the second.
A split for LaSalle Davis. Hollins lost the handle, but it was poked from behind. No, it wasn't. Minnesota saying that's our ball. Instead, it's Magic ball.
Defense. 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 Defense.
Marquise Davis
Defense.
over to Cruz. And again, the Magic, they've got 8 players.
Defense.
Not a lot of games yet in the season, but they are one of the top teams. Tyon Cruz lets it go and buries another triple. 1-point game. Minnesota led by as much as 10. Tyon Cruz with 11. Love. He was feasting earlier. Can't get the finish. Gets it back. Latrell Love standing firm and standing tall in the paint. Another 3. Deflected. Willis doesn't have the numbers to push. He'll back off, run a set. It's a quick one. Hollins off the back iron. Rebound Davis. Behind the back, Cruz. On the move again, but he was disrupted by Willis. Now Sam ducking and dodging. Poche short on the 3. Rebound and the bank for Jalen Hollins. Vinny Poche, one of the mid-season arrivals for the Bulldogs. 15-footer. Thomas Gantering the pull-up. Dead ball rebound to the Bulldogs. 40-35. 7:44 left in the second. Willis into the lane. Emerges with the layup. Sometimes if you can't shake your defender, you just need to get an inch or 2 above them. Lead back up to 7. McCoy. An equally difficult acrobatic maneuver. Rebound Hollins. Cross court to Willis. Willis always a shifty, crafty, maneuverable guard. And Latrell Love has that spin move down to a science.
Defense.
10 points.
Defense. Defense.
Minnesota scoring 8 in a row.
Defense. Defense.
LaSalle Davis, illegal screen. Tyon Cruz was not set properly.
Substitution. Magic number 11. Great Dockery, 16.
Dre Dockery back on the floor. The three, wide left. Michiana will shoot two. Much to the chagrin of Jalen Hollins, who had to be restrained briefly.
Minnesota number 8, Jalen Hollins.
And now he's having a chat with C.J. Parker.
Alex Thomas hits the line for the Magic.
And that's good sportsmanship, good situational awareness by the Bulldogs, making sure they don't let a miscue turn into a bigger problem. Alex Thomas misses the front end. Misses both. Both teams shooting 50% from the free throw line. Stephen Colon, his first appearance. He got a few buckets last week. Latrell Love takes a spill.
Dallas printed 2, Magic number 0. Marquise Davis. Minnesota's number 30, Latrell Love, heads to the line, shooting 2.
Latrell Love making his first trip to the free throw line. Again, he has shot quite well. First, we have to wipe up a wet spot. And a reminder, our November schedule is heavy early, and in terms of NBL action, after next weekend's game with the Broncos and Bulldogs, we won't rejoin you until December 6th, as we are entering that midway stretch of the season. The championships will take place in Phoenix in April, and perhaps you'll see us there. Latrell Love, reliable, dependable, last Saturday at the free throw line, but has to settle for a split here. Both teams 6 of 12. 10-point game. I guess no harm, no foul. No one has an edge at the free throw line. Alex Thomas flips in the miss from Dre Dockery. More of a tip in, but a few second chance buckets for Michiana. They are hanging with the Bulldogs. The kick out. The three is there for A.J. Wilson. Largest lead of the game for the Bulldogs, 48-37. Thomas. Yes. Alex Thomas using every last inch, every last step in his dribble.
Alex Thomas heads to the line.
That's what you call an understanding of body mechanics and reach. Michiana, those momentum plays have been their strong suit, where they can get three-point plays, that four-point play at the end of the first quarter. All of those little things could come into effect, could come into form later. Jalen Hollins couldn't make an impact, but A.J. Wilson does on the putback slam. Cruz over to Davis. Now inside, Thomas lays it in. 14 for Alex Thomas, playing remarkably well in the first half. Wilson with 7, goes inside to Love, who drains another finger roll, 13 for number 30. But he's not 13 going on 30, at least I don't think. ITs, 52-42, Dockery in traffic, no sweat. Kavarian Williams out to Hollins. The deep three No trouble at all. Cruz looking for a possible answer. Dockery offline. Traveling call. Cruz lost his balance, attempting to secure the rebound.
For Steven.
4:11 left in the second. One thing Minnesota has done, and the reason they're undefeated and one of the top teams in the NBL this year, that high-powered, high-octane offense. Inside, outside. Latrell Love, I think he's happy. But based on that reaction, Abe, I'm guessing Latrell would rather be anywhere but here. I don't think he wants to be here at all. He hates it here. When Latrell Love gets a play like that, words can't summarize how pumped he is. It's just better to monitor the facial expressions. And the people in front of me tend to agree with that assessment. Seriously, I don't think Latrell wants to be here. I mean, you saw that reaction after the three-point play. All right, gotta have a little fun with them. Dockery can't get the bounce. Boucher picks up the rebound, and Minnesota, we've talked about this. The later the game progresses, the better they position themselves for that mammoth surge. Looking for a three from the key, it's short. Perkins collects his own miss, kicks out, another three. Williams can't get the bounce. Poche called for an over-the-back foul.
Foul is called to number 18, Vinny Wojcic.
Minnesota over the limit. So it's free throw time. If all goes according to plan, we mentioned our upcoming basketball schedule. You'll see us at our usual holiday tilt, the Pat Patterson Thanksgiving tip-off and the Twin Cities Thanksgiving tip-off at Hamlin and White Bear Lake, respectively. A little smaller this year in scope, but still a lot of good teams. That's Thanksgiving weekend, November 28th and 29th. Marquise Davis. I think he jumped the line. I don't think you're supposed to do that. Davis, a little too quick in that giddy up. 58-45. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when you shoot a free throw, you cannot step away from the line or move toward it until the ball touches the rim. Love is fouled, he'll shoot two. And I think you would agree with me, Marquise Davis started his run well before the ball touched rim.
Michiana, Magic number 11.
Latrell Love a little more subdued this time, but that might be because this is a standard trip to the free throw line. And I see some Broncos players checking out the action. Of course, they get Michiana tomorrow. That's Reggie Rogers, who was giving me all kinds of flack for not doing a post-game interview with them. I have a feeling he might be our in-game reporter tomorrow. Love takes the split. And what do you know? Both teams still even, 8-15, but Minnesota leads by 14. Cruz looking to shake and bake Boucher, nearly cooked himself. Love boxing up with the rebound. Long skip. Now a quick one to Williams for the quick three. Loose ball foul called on Poche.
In the bonus, Michiana heads to the line, shooting 2.
So with 2:41 left, more free throws. And this is where I wish Taizesha was here. She had a last-minute family commitment. But got a little time to fill. Maybe next time I'll invite Reggie up here. Although, would that break any ethical guidelines? Because he does technically play for a rival team. Tyon Cruz. Sinks both. Minnesota had that fast start and then slowed up to end the first, looking to avoid that here in the second, and a foul as Jalen Hollins was attempting to dish it out. 2:29 left in the first, or the second, I should say. And Michiana also in the penalty. This is turning into a free throw fest. Jalen Hollins knocks down the first. Reggie Rogers, I think, is trying to have a little fun with them. I see quite a few Bulldogs players here. Bulldog or Broncos. There are a few Bulldogs players too, because they're hosting this game right now, and they are in playing mode. 61-47. This stalemate at the free throw line persists. 3 from the wing. Swish. Ray Dockery connecting on his third. Perkins with a speedy baseline run. His first bucket of the second. He's up to 6, under 2 to go. McCoy launches short on the 3. Williams with the rebound. Hollins, he's got 10. Will pull up from 17. Yes! Hollins with 12. Ian Love in double digits already. Davis. Marquise Davis, that is. Took a peek, backs off, maintaining his dribble. Hands it to LaSalle Davis. Couldn't quite get full control of it. Now Marquise Perkins with the strip. And the run out. And the Bulldogs lead by a number that has become a popular meme among the youngsters. I'm afraid if I say it, someone's going to drop a comment. Dockery he fouled in the act of shooting. It looks that way, yes. Those continuations can be a little tricky to guess. So a 3-point play chance for Dockery, but Michiana finding themselves in a bigger pinch. With 1:02 to go, the Bulldogs lead by that number referenced in a Skrillex song to 52. I'm not sure I can say that number anymore, at least until the fad dies down. Conversely, maybe I should embrace it. Dockery completes the 3-point play. That gives him 14 to make it 6-7 to 53. Out of bounds, last touch by Michiana. There are going to be some viewers who will watch this and go, what's this old guy doing with 6'7"? These two young fans know what I'm talking about. All right, let's break the 6'7". Okay, not there. Under a minute to go. Interception by Hollins. Pulls up from 15. Can't get the bounce. Dockery with the rebound. The 6'7" gods are conspiring against me. McCoy, the finish, and the foul. I'm guessing 6'7's your favorite number now. No, it isn't. Folks, I got to keep myself entertained, and that's not easy to do when you're doing this solo. And I'm not talking Han Solo. Blake McCoy, three-point play chance. Nails it. Michiana, again, the three-point and four-point plays have been aiding them. Shot clock is off. Bulldogs, I think, are going to hold for the final shot as they saw their lead shrink notably following a couple of buckets from Michiana. Kavarian Williams backing away. Poche lobs it to Love, and he puts it in one more time. Love with 19. Got to get back on defense, Latrell, because Michiana is on the move. And they do avoid a last-minute bucket. 69-56 is the score at halftime. Latrell Love, 13 points in the frame. Jalen Hollins also played well in the second quarter. As we go old school, second half will begin in just a short while. You're watching NBL coverage on TSP Television. The Bulldogs lead the Michiana Magic 69-56.
Women's basketball has been around a long time, and we've had so many opportunities, and now we're just continuing to get more.
Susan Shudley makes a great move. Pass to Linda Shudley.
It comes back to just feeling like you're part of a sorority of women. It's really fun to see. There's a lot of pride.
The 90s, late 90s, we was pumping out great women's basketball players. And still to this day, we're still there.
Second half, almost upon us at the High School for Recording Arts in St. Paul, the home of the Minnesota Bulldogs. Mike Needon with you, all by myself, talking to myself. That's KR's Theory. Well, not exactly by myself, but I'm holding the fort, and so are the Bulldogs, who lead 69-56 over the Michiana Magic. First half numbers: Latrell Love with 19 points, 13 in the second quarter. Jalen Hollins with 12. CJ Parker has 9, but did not score in the second quarter. For Michiana, Alex Thomas and Dre Dockery have 14 apiece. Tyon Cruz with 13. Dockery, 3 triples and a three-point play. Alex Thomas had a solid second quarter, picked up 10 points. Michiana, remember, got within 1. Then Minnesota catapulted themselves to a double-digit lead. They have not relinquished it since, and that has been their mantra throughout the season. At least for home games, we're not able to travel for road games, at least not yet. If the NBL gets bigger and maybe reaches G League status or Big 3 status, who knows. But in the games I've seen them, at least here at home, and I did watch the IGM game even though I wasn't here in person, I had another engagement. Where they thrive most is that prolific offense. It sets a blistering pace, a lightning quick tempo, and other teams have had a tough time keeping up with them. When you look at all the triple-digit scores Minnesota has amassed in the first 5 games, including that 3-game regular season sweep over IGM, knocking them off will be a tall order compared to a year ago when we covered a few of their home games. Around and around, the ball goes. Back out to the wing, it's Jalen Hollins who rattles it home. Hollins with 15.
Come on, Bulldogs. Defense. Defense.
Blake McCoy
Defense.
into the lane.
Blake McCoy.
Gets the flip. McCoy had 6 in the second quarter. That's A.J. Wilson feeling it and buries it.
1-3.
A.J. Wilson with 10. Michiana, can they keep up? Here's another example of Minnesota accelerating to a rapid rate and banking in the 15-footer is the appropriately numbered number 15, Sam Willis. 3 buckets in just over a minute for the Bulldogs. Tyon Cruz fights off the coverage underneath to come up with the bucket. Perkins over to Willis. Willis tries again, missed the first runner, banks in the second try. That makes it 79-60. Dockery can't hit that 3, and a foul on Cruz as he made contact with Marquise Perkins.
Minnesota ball.
So Minnesota will take over. This is Hollins. I should say Willis. I'm sure Jalen won't mind the shout out though. Willis. Let's not forget about that quick first step that he just put on display. Dockery, tough angle as he tried to drain the reverse. Instead, it's Sam Willis. He can fly and flew a little too far. Missed chance for the Bulldogs. Magic need a bucket. And Tyon Cruz a little frustrated and took his frustrations, his opposition, his contentiousness out on the padding. And Abe, I appreciate you instructing us how to tie down those GoPros after seeing Tyon Cruz make his feelings known to the padding.
Substitution magic. Number 24, Kitty Cameron.
Well, Cruz hit the padding, and if I hadn't tied the GoPro, if we hadn't put that roll of duct tape underneath it, it might have come tumbling down, just like the Berlin Wall. But Tyon Cruz has played an impressive game. He'll have to take a split here, though. 13 of 21 is Michiana at the line. Cruz was 16. A.J. Wilson takes off once again. A putback slam earlier, a transition slam here. 3 offline. Hollins. Willis. Back out to Wilson. Doesn't have the room for a flush. Here comes, oh no, look, I thought that was going to be a take. Instead, it's a 3-point chance. Great pass by Sam Willis, but Perkins can't connect. And Tyon Cruz gets his own miss and has that 3 rattle out. Tyon Cruz missing the dunk. Minnesota with a 22-point lead. Perkins was trying to dump it down to Love, but 3 blue jerseys got in the way. Cruz again, not that time, but he had a trailer in Kenny Gathright. But the offensive motor sputtering as of late for Michiana. 8:34 left in the third. Minnesota leads by 20.
Again, out of NBL Midwest.
Mic'd Up Sports is TSB Television's talk show series. Available on all major podcast platforms, we offer sports figures, past and present, a place to convey stories and adventures on a deeper level than our traditional game coverage. Whether you're a superstar athlete or someone who works behind the scenes, we'd be honored to share your story. If you'd like to be a guest, contact us at The Mike Peden on all major social platforms.
Some exciting developments for TSB television as we approach the basketball season in full. NBL got started in September. The high school season will begin in 3 weeks, and we'll cover as many games as we can. There are more live stream entities now. Is that going to be a goaltend? Nope. Clean block for Michiana. And Jalen Hollins denied a chance to pad Minnesota's lead, but they could do so here on the errant pass. Perkins, the lob to Hollins. Redemption for number 8 as Minnesota leads 85-63. Gathright, side fade, 3, long. Racing in was Cruz, but Wilson had the position. Couple of skips, now a bounce, 3. No, Latrell Love.
Out of bounds. Magic ball.
And that reaction tells you exactly how he felt about that missed opportunity. And the Broncos players are relentless in the trash talk. And Blake McCoy relentless in his pursuit. I should point out, it's probably friendly trash talk. A lot of these folks know each other. And again, a couple of the Broncos staffers, including Newton Williams, lending a hand. A.J. Wilson lending a 3-point hand to the Bulldogs, 88-66. And that siren is getting a workout. Dockery, 3-ball, corner pocket. His 4th tray. 17 for Trey Dockery, but Michiana, they gotta hustle, they gotta work. They gotta work if they wanna come back from a 19-point deficit. Love gets it just outside the low post, races in and lays it in. So Latrell Love gets a piece of redemption as well after a miss a couple plays ago. McCoy, driving kick, Thomas fakes, McCoy can't finish, good play though. Rebound, second try, Love got a tip. Hollins traces it down. Wilson, do we have liftoff? You bet we do. AJ bringing his A game, 92-69. Cruz will shoot 2. What is going on? AJ Wilson and Latrell apparently are pleading their case to our GoPro cam. As Bob Barker would say, this is an historic moment. I have never seen a player. Well, I've been using GoPros now for a couple of seasons when Sam Wagner helps us out, and now I have a couple of my own. I've never seen a player go up there. I can't wait to see the angle on that. I have a feeling Latrell and AJ might be slightly embarrassed when they see it. Oh my goodness. Tyon Cruz makes both free throws to make it 92-71. Abe, have you ever had that happen? Jalen Hollins, his 3, goes off the front iron. Okay, let's see what happens. The outlet is snatched away by Jalen Hollins. He'll bounce it. 3. Money! Hakeem Kubi. We haven't called his name in a while. Davis, pinched off, tries to fight his way through, and does.
2-point basket by number 0.
But Minnesota maintaining their foothold over Michiana. Ball pinballs around. More pinballing before it goes into the hands of Marquise Davis, and Tyon Cruz flips in another transition layup, 95-75. Tyon Cruz with 20. But Michiana is going to need a big-time surge. E.J. Haymore. Well, they do say big things come in small packages. And E.J. Haymore, the little big fella, with a chance to make a little big 3-point play. That's his first bucket. I think Reggie is vying for the role of NBL comedian. I think he's looking for some comedy awards. He's having fun, and so are the Bulldogs, 97-75. Jump ball. CJ Parker getting a little slap happy. Gary could probably explain, in fact, he's having a conversation now. I'm not sure I would call it a jump, at least by my understanding of the rules, and I'm sure Gary will give me an explanation in case I'm not quite accurate. But I think for a jump ball, you have to have firm grip. You can't just tap it, slap it, but they are going to call it a jump ball. And I'm sure, again, I'm not saying this because I'm questioning the officials and their accuracy, but Gary and a lot of these guys, they've hung around the sport, they've played it, they've reffed it, they know the rules inside and out. And one thing that I feel broadcasters in general are trying to do, myself included, is gain a better understanding of them at the different levels so that we can relay them to the audience out there. Because, as I've been learning in the football side, the game is officiated differently when you go from high school to college to a league that uses professional rules. So it's a jump ball that Minnesota wins. And Willis, zipping down court, had the ball poked from behind. Cruz caught it in stride. The lob, a little too long. Cardenas trails for the finish. Just a second field goal. But that makes it a 20-point game, 97-77. They might be missing the point, but that's what we'll go with. And that's a reach and foul on LaSalle Davis. Well, Abe, I know it's been a minute because you had some other shoots going on, but I'm getting the sense that you're liking the environment here in these NBL games. No one taking it too seriously. Especially me. But then again, when do I take anything seriously? That's going to be a foul as Terrell Clark got bumped. You can't quite do that. You can't send a player to the floor like that. So we'll try again. Technical foul on LaSalle Davis. It was getting a little chippy. I think there were some words exchanged. So shooting free throws will be CJ Parker. He was having a chat with QB. And kind of like free kicks in soccer, I don't want to say who's shooting until it becomes clear. CJ Parker, 9 points, all of them coming in the first quarter.
Parker gets the technical.
He'll convert the technical. And now we have a score of 98-77. Minnesota in an advantageous position to maintain their unblemished mark. The Broncos hope to change that when the two meet next weekend if Michiana can't find another gear within them. Just a knockout and a side out coming for the Bulldogs. 4:16 left in the third. An eventful third quarter. QB fakes. Goes behind and a foul on the try by Parker. So he will shoot 3
Davis.
from what I can see.
Number 5, CJ Parker hits the line for the Bulldogs.
It will be 3.
3.
CJ Parker converted the technical.
This is the first.
A reminder, if you're watching this on the TSB Television YouTube channel, our next game that is scheduled to air will be Michiana and the Minnesota Broncos. The game takes place tomorrow, but we air these on tape delay because of our multicam setup. So Parker missing the first.
Parker makes the second.
.411 left in the third as CJ Parker awaits his third. I understand you get 10 seconds. And Parker, oh, he gets another one. There must have been an error, or is it a do-over? Okay, it's 2 of 3. 14 of 22, and it's 177. Didn't quite see what transpired. And I may have to get something of a 2-minute report. And again, as a broadcaster, you want to understand as much as you can so that you can relay it to the viewers. Just as Haymore relayed it to Willis on the run. 102-77, and the Bulldogs, stop if you've heard this before, in full control. They have dominated their home opponents so far in the 25-26 season. And E.J. Haymore says, yep, I own it. I take responsibility. That was me. At least he owned up to it. If he went to the GoPro camera, I might have lost it right there. 3:27 on the clock in the third quarter that has seen plenty of acrobatics, plenty of theatrics, and plenty of three-point prowess from Dre Dockery. Dre with 20. Michiana, they've got some playmakers, and about half their team isn't here. Not uncommon for teams that have to travel for road games. We had a Canada group that had just 6 players and a couple from an emergency pool. Another 3, contact incidental, but CJ Parker landing awkwardly. Cardenas missing the layup on the other side, and we'll shoot free throws. Parker's all right, but I thought he fell awkwardly for a moment. Michiana, they've had a little trouble getting those finishes down low. But Blake McCoy sticking with it. Did not score in the first quarter. Up to 11. Now 12. Michiana, I will say this, it's hard to argue against the Orlando Magic inspired jerseys as McCoy knocks down the freebies to go up to 13. Michiana 17 of 25. Minnesota 14 of 22. Parker breaks loose and gets a friendly bounce. 104-82. McCoy, guarded by QB, pulls up for 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. If this were any other game, Michiana would be faring well. They've got 4 guys in double digits, 2 with 20 points in Dockery and Cruz. E.J. Haymore can't drop a bomb from beyond the key, and he bumps Tyon Cruz on the other side.
Number 74, E.J. Haymore.
That will give Tyon Cruz a chance to add to his total. If you're curious, on the Minnesota side, they have 5 players in double digits. Side out. Or not. It is a shooting foul. I need an earpiece. The NBA officials are going to be getting headsets now that they can use to communicate with Replay Central in New York. Maybe I should get one too. Tyon Cruz. He could be a player, and I'll see Michiana again with tomorrow's game, but he could be one of those players that makes an impact. Terrell Clark finds Parker. And C.J. Parker coming alive since that second quarter goose egg. Scored 9 in the first. Returning to form here, 106-87. High-low after Michiana got out of a jam. Tyon Cruz spreading some jam to go with that peanut butter. Clark finds QB from the corner. Bullseye. Three trays. But QB standing amongst the trees. Dockery rising above the trees for the runner. Dockery with 22. Michiana cutting into that margin a little bit, but they're going to need a lot more in the fourth quarter. As Kari Dennis scores his first bucket. On the layup, the fake. Cardenas can't get the bounce. Cruz there for cleanup duty. Tyon Cruz with 26. 111-93. Tyon. It won't be for lack of effort on his part if Michiana can't get the win. Side out coming up for the Bulldogs with 31.9. Another offensive display. That much is certain. But that is the norm here with the Bulldogs. Parker to the lane again. Parker. 9 in the first, 9 in the third. That's 18 overall. Step back three from McCoy. Offline. 8 seconds. Bulldogs have time. Haymore with the rebound. Gets a handle on it. He wants to take it all the way. Yes! Take a bow, EJ. Have a day. Get some PB&J and spread that offense around. A smooth mixture gives Minnesota a 115-93 lead as we go to the fourth quarter. You're watching NBL basketball on TSP television.
Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSP Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in!
And everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. They put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSP Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
115-93. Coincidentally, Minnesota scored 115 in last Saturday's game with IGM. I have a feeling that number is going to be a little higher. This isn't an all-star game, but the Bulldogs playing like all-stars against the team that has a star or two on their shorts and their jersey. And streaking like a shooting star is Terrell Clark with his first bucket. Minnesota slowly adding to that lead, and they are just relentless with their offensive productivity. Rebound QB, Clark all alone. Goodbye. A couple of quick scores on the run for Terrell Clark. And Minnesota looking more and more like a 6-0 record will be theirs as they continue to go back and forth for the top spot. Now QB gets the poke. Michiana retrieves. Pass goes offline. Overthrown. Clark to Haymore. He will fire away. Another one for E.J. Haymore. That's his first three. And the Bulldogs cannot be stopped. Michiana trying to respond. Tyon Cruz couldn't get full control of that three. 122-93. The box score is going to read like an all-star game. Latrell Love just had 1 bucket, but he has 21 points. C.J. Parker, 18. Sam Willis, 15. Jalen Holland, 17. A.J. Wilson, 17. Take your pick. Everyone flourishing, thriving for the Bulldogs. Master classing. That's really not a verb, but it feels like a master class right about now until Terrell Clark missed that layup, but Minnesota up by 29. I don't think they have a whole lot to worry about. Plenty of breathing room. Jose Cardenas gets the finger roll on the other end for the Magic of Michiana. And Michiana, like many others, as another three goes down for Kari Dennis. Everyone getting in on the act. Michiana, like any other Minnesota opponent, playing well enough offensively. Defensively, they just can't keep up. The fadeaway. Off target, went off the backboard. Clark, he's gonna dish it, but Dennis stepped on the sideline. If you're curious, the width of the court, no different at this level, at any level. The length is another story. High school courts 84 feet, college and pro 94, but you knew that. QB with the rebound off the Dockery miss. Looking to connect with Wilson. Pass was deflected. Now QB from the elbow. We haven't seen too many mid-range Jays in this one. Here's Cardenas. Ducking and dodging through traffic. He'll shoot 2. And he won't have to cha-cha slide his way there. I don't think any stopping will be required. So free throws for Jose Cardenas. With 9:21 left. Jose with 7 points. And Kari Dennis having a war with Reggie Rogers. You have to wonder, will a bunch of Bulldogs players show up to tomorrow's Broncos game? As Rogers, I think he's having some Funyuns. This is how you know the game is turning one-sided. I'm summarizing what people are eating. I look for all the details, folks. Not just 1 or 2, but all of them. 125-96 as Cardenas splits. Clark drains the reverse. And Terrell Clark has 6. As we have more of that pro basketball feel. 3 off the rim, but a foul. And it's going to go on Cruz for the grab. Minnesota ball. 8:52 left in a runaway game for Minnesota up to this point. It is Michiana ball. Call was changed. So Terrell Clark will guard Dockery. And he gets held up. That will be a foul on the push and a side out for Michiana. This has been a balanced effort, a balanced attack for the Bulldogs, as we have seen many times before. Blake McCoy looking for space, works off the screen, comes up short, made contact, slapped the arm a little bit as he tried to take the rebound away. Instead, it will be a foul on Michiana as we are slowly making our way through this fourth quarter. A lot of fouls in the last minute or so as we look to wrap this one up. Again, the Bulldogs will have their in-state rival next. We'll see the Broncos take on Michiana first. Terrell Clark tried to sell the three, but that looked like all ball. Cardenas having to go around Clark. And nobody on the other end. 3-0, those are pretty good odds. Cardenas with 10. But I don't think there's going to be enough time for Michiana. Kari Dennis, 5 points. Lost it. Outlet finds Cruz, and he'll take a casual stroll to the bucket. Minnesota will take a timeout. Cruz for 28. And the score should be 127-100, I think. They have it as 127-98. Timeout. Minnesota, though, on track for a 6-0 record.
Mic'd Up Sports is TSB Television's talk show series. Available on all major podcast platforms, we offer sports figures, past and present, a place to convey stories and adventures on a deeper level than our traditional game coverage. Whether you're a superstar athlete or someone who works behind the scenes, we'd be honored to share your story. If you'd like to be a guest, contact us at The Mike Peden on all major social platforms.
During the timeout, the score was corrected. It is 125-100. 125-100. A basket was inadvertently put in Minnesota's column. So 125-100 is the score, and we're going to have to get the clock moving. But that last bucket puts Michiana at the century mark, and like I said, almost any other game, that might be enough to win. But in pro basketball, you need higher scores, as Love plays facilitator for A.J. Wilson, and A.J. goes up to 19. Picking a player of the game is not going to be easy. Here's Cardenas. Had it stripped by Dennis.
Substitution, C.J. Parker checks in for Cardenas.
Cardenas to inbound. Pretty much in stat padding time here, but Cruz, they'll keep plugging away. Everyone coming from high school, college, or international experience at the pro level. A lot of basketball acumen and IQ among these athletes. They may not get the glory or the headlines of the big names in the NBA, but they love the sport just the same. 3 is short from Wilson. McCoy dishing it to Cruz inside the lane. It's the short-range bunny. And Tyon Cruz has himself a 30 spot. Anticipated the pass. Puts up a 3. Goes off the rim, but C.J. Parker caught a little listless there. Now works his way into the hole. Checked up by Cruz, and he'll be called for the blocking foul. With 6:45 left. Everyone's still playing at 100%, I would say. We're not seeing a whole lot of backing off and stat padding time. C.J. Parker with 18 points, 9 in the first, 9 in the third.
Parker gets the first.
You want balance. Latrell Love, 21. Wilson, 19. Parker, 19. Hollins, 17.
He gets the second.
C.J. Parker goes up to 20. Lasell Davis, side fade, his 3 short. As we take a time warp back to 1990. Cardenas looking to dance, but instead Minnesota has another choreography set in mind. And then they dance it away. 129-102. CNC Music Factory, folks. 1990, it was a #1 hit in 91. Lasell Davis drains the runner in the lane. Just his second field goal. And Minnesota now starting to check up a little bit. They're up by 25. They've got this game won, so this is mostly stat padding time. But Minnesota came alive in the second quarter. A.J. Wilson coming alive. Slams it home. Love with another assist. And Wilson, the third Bulldogs player to reach 20. McCoy, spin move, but can't rinse it down. Cardenas has been Mr. Clean from time to time. Goes back out to Davis after the underneath spot. Had no options available. Terrell Clark lays it in on the outlet pass from Love. Cardenas gathers, finds a cutting Cruz, who will shoot 2 with 5:20 to go. Tyon Cruz, 30 points.
Number 12.
And you have to think he will be a player to watch in tomorrow's contest with the Broncos. Although the Broncos, after a slow start, have won a couple. As we're waiting for some line change subs. Carudo, Hollins, and Willis all checking in.
And Sam Willis checks in.
A split for Cruz.
Out of bounds, Magic ball.
But Minnesota can't corral the layup. So Michiana with another chance again. Not enough time, trailing by 28 with 5:15 to go.
Out of bounds.
And the pass overthrown out of bounds. We'll see how Minnesota and Michiana approach these final 5 minutes. But what a start for the Bulldogs. Last year was a little rockier, but that experience coming through at the start of the season. Of course,
Out of bounds.
the Minnesota Lynx over the spring and summer were equally dominant in the regular season, locked up the 1 seed, but they did so with so many games remaining that it might have hurt them in the long run as they laid an egg, for the most part, against the Phoenix Mercury. I'm not saying the same fate will befall the Bulldogs, but every game is part of the prelude. Pache puts back his own miss, and that's his first field goal. He had a couple of plays against IGM last Saturday, as we have another scrum for possession here at the High School for Recording Arts, a venue that has seen plenty of activity. Cardenas, 3 is short. Cruz fouled as he chased the rebound. Tyon Cruz to shoot 2. While I'm not fully versed in how the playoff format works, you have to think for Michiana, if Tyon can stay healthy, of course, and keep this performance of his along a similar or close trajectory, he is going to be a man to watch, a magic man who has a lot of heart in this game of basketball. I'll show myself out. Oh, that backdoor lob, that's tough with Davis on top of Carudo. It will stay with Minnesota, 4:19 to go. And Michiana will make a substitution. Looks like one of their players, maybe Gathright. No, that is Dockery taking a breather. And Cardenas coming back from somewhere, maybe the restroom. Lasell Davis with a steal. He goes back shoulder to Tyon Cruz. That's not easy to do. to pass behind a defender like that. Cruz with 35. Dennis misses the 3. Kuoto tussling for the board, but it goes to McCoy. And McCoy, too strong on the coast-to-coast play. Cruz too soft. Thomas drains the fadeaway in the lane. That gives him 16. This is a track meet, 135, 111. Willis steps back, can't add 3 more. Thomas to Cruz. Again. Tyon Cruz with 37 big ones. And that'll be enough for Minnesota to take a timeout. Again, they've got the win locked up, but considering Michiana's prowess and fleet-footedness as of late, timeout understandable as they make one last push that maybe won't get them the win tonight, but could set them up nicely for tomorrow.
When the high school season is over, TSP Television goes on the highlight trail. Our highlight reels provide you with a valuable resource for recruiters and a keepsake of your favorite athlete. To learn more about our highlight reel services, contact us at tsptelevision@gmail.com.
.329 left in the 4th. Everyone recharging. Minnesota looking to finish this one with flair as they go to the corner. I'd say they are using this to get some subs in, but they're a deep team. Stephen Colon connects on his first 3, his first field goal of the game, so he'll get on the board wherever NBL records are kept. Tyon Cruz. You have to admire the grit. And Tyon having some words after drawing the foul call, but his work ethic, his determination, his effort not going unnoticed. This guy's a workhorse. And we'll see how that translates into tomorrow's game.
He gets the first.
Cruz closing in on a 40-point day. And again, against another opponent, it might be cause for recognition, acknowledgement, but Minnesota just too deep, too balanced, which has been their case, their MO so far in the NBL season. Cologne, another 3, his second. 141. Abe was saying we might get to 140. We just did. That kind of game, that kind of day for the Bulldogs. Davis retrieved his own dribble. McCoy, spin move. Poche collects the rebound. The turning point, Michiana got within 1 in the second. Minnesota responded with an 8-0 run. And that was the key ingredient to another runaway victory. It's not just the wins, it's how much they have dominated, the margin, how efficiently they have controlled each contest so far. IGM couldn't hang with them. Canada Wild couldn't hang with them. The Bulldogs held off the Broncos to start the year. You do wonder if that interstate showdown, the in-state rivalry, could be the biggest thorn. I'm not sure if an undefeated record is specifically the goal. Thomas can't hit the 14-footer from the elbow. But the Bulldogs moved up the rankings as the wins piled up. Kuoto rips the rebound away. Dennis hands it off to Cologne. Side fade, he wants another 3. Comes up short. Kuoto reached over Thomas. No call, we play on. And Kavarian Williams hits the 3. Kuoto with the assist from his butt, on his butt. Took a tumble, but did not hear a whistle.
Make some noise!
We've got a couple of whistles here. Goaltending is the call. No, a foul. Shooting foul. Okay, shooting foul. I stand corrected. Tyon Cruz. His aggravations, his frustrations, his incensement is starting to creep up. Michiana will take a timeout with 1:28 left, and maybe not a bad idea just to give Cruz a chance to settle down, unless a technical was a technical was called. I thought I saw a timeout signaled. I stand corrected, it was a technical. And Tyon, I think the technical came when he made contact with a Bulldogs player. The frustrations have been slowly rising, slowly boiling up for Tyon Cruz, and I think the officials have said, okay, you gotta settle down now. Cologne missed the technical free throw, it's academic, and now we'll go to the other end. So it's a shooting foul of Michiana and a technical foul, again, I think on Tyon Cruz, as he was starting to grab at Poche at the free throw line when he was already exchanging words, some heated ones. And when you start poking around at opponents, that's when officials will start to take control of it and say enough is enough. And this could be an interesting development for tomorrow. Dockery hopping over to the bench as Lascelles Davis knocks down the front end. Dockery, he was feeling it from three-point range in this one. His absence would certainly hurt the Magic. On the other end, Kari Dennis with a fast break score. Again, stat padding time here, but Minnesota not playing like it. How you feel about that is up to you, but the Bulldogs know just because we're winning doesn't mean we can't cruise. Now everyone will wipe up the wet spot near the restricted zone. This is a jump ball. The Dockery looks like aggravating his right leg, right knee, right ankle. He is hopping on 1 foot and can't put any weight on it as he makes his way to the wall. I hope he is mindful because we've got gameplay still going on for the next minute or so. Lascelles Davis had his own miss, carrying back to him. Cruz got bumped slightly down low. We play on with a minute to go though, 29-point lead. Maybe you don't call it as tightly as you would in the first quarter, but I'm also not officiating. So what they see and what I see sometimes don't always align, and that's okay. I'm not trained like they are. 47.6 on the clock. And Michiana playing a little clock management. Minnesota will go to 6-0 on another wire-to-wire victory, which has been a recurring theme as Marquise Davis gets one more. Shot clock and game clock identical. Minnesota can run it out if they want. Cologne skips it over. Kawudo, 3 from the key. Switch. So Kawudo will go to 7, and that will give Minnesota 149 for this evening. 149-17. Cologne will bring it up, and I think they'll run out the clock now. No, they'll turn it over, and Lascelles Davis will try the alley-oop. Cruz will back off, fire one more 3. That's short, and that will be it. 149-117. The Bulldogs maintain their perfect mark of 6-0. Leading scores, Latrell Love, 21. A.J. Wilson, 21. C.J. Parker with 20. Tyon Cruz leading the Magic with 39 points. 39. What a number. So the Bulldogs' undefeated reign continues. And the Magic will have to regroup. We'll have to see if Dre Dockery is able to play. Again, a right leg, right ankle ailment. I didn't see what happened. Whole lot of offense, though, and a whole lot of shenanigans, but all in good fun. So the Bulldogs, they are a team to watch in the NBL. We'll see how far they can keep this undefeated reign going, but they will stay perfect for at least another week. Thanks for watching NBL basketball on TSB Television. 149-117. The Bulldogs beat the Magic and go to 6-0. We'll see you next time.